Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohamad Farhan Syahmi bin Mohamad Firdaus. I would like to do my part presenting on the editorial comic arts in Malaysia on the era of post-independence. Okay, I'll be focusing my era on 1990s because it is a very critical part of comic arts development on that era. If we can observe, and on that part too, the our majority of our comic artists making contents that is very provocative. Okay, uh, if we can see, I am starting the discussion with the improvement. Yeah, along the way we did have so much improve in the aspect of storyline and um, characterizations, art styles, how a particular artist make imagine their cartoon character creatively in the part of trying to show how they are thinking and expression, or trying to send a message on a particular comic. Okay, forwarding on that, we have a good side and a bad side on the development of comic arts. What I mean from that is we have a particular artist making a content that is very provocative, and we have another side that a particular artist making its creative content that is very general to view and very favorable to kids. Okay, for now I will start with the provocative part because it is the thing that is most discussed on the post independence to know that we are improving or not. Okay, a particular artist that I choose named Zulkifli SM Anwar, also known as Zuna. His creative contents majorly opposing the government, making jokes or making fun about our former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir and how the government making their strategies. If we can see on the internet, his Zuna major creations, you can search his artworks. The famous one is how he making fun of the government discussing with our former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir, trying to kick out Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim on that time, because Datuk Sri Anwar is very opposing also to the government itself. Okay, on that era, our former Prime Minister best achievement is his achievement of making reformation in Malaysian government, as corruption rate among the same parties are on the rise at that time. So uh, it's it's a good thing, that it's a good thing Zuna making that. uh, I I can presume that this particular artist Zuna is wanted to make an impression of making people realize how the government steps up and making their strategies, but we don't know about that. But it's just an imagination trying to provoke the government and the society also. Okay, if move on to the good side of the development on editorial comic arts, I am naming a particular artist which name Datuk Mohamad Nur bin Muhammad Khalid, also known as Lad. Okay, for now we can see that his name is very familiar among Malaysians, as his creation is his most popular creation is the Kampung Boy, famous Kampung Boy, from a comic 2D comic arts to forward into contemporary, making a cartoon show about this particular Kampung Boy comic arts, originate from the Kampung Boy. Okay, this particular artist, Lad, known as Lad, he has been starting making his creative content uh, creative content at the early stage, as early as 13 years old. He's get his honored title of Datuk by Sultan Perak as to commemorate his major contribution in comic entertainment, or major entertainment on that time, because we do love reading on that time, and we do love reading comics on that period of times. His his attention is to play a moral value in his cartoon for general viewing for kids. And this kampung boy story, or kampung boy, his creative content as kampung boy is very favorable to kids on that day, or I believe until now we are familiar to these cartoons of kampung boy. Okay, there are some interviews saying to there are some interviews that they want to know what's the intention behind his creation. So there are some journalists that were asking to him, and this is what he said. This is what Lad said. He does really wanted to change the perspective of its contents from provoking content to a more civilized fun content, to make comic arts be more acceptable to the society. So I think this is a good thing, because if we can observe our comic arts or storylines, comics, starting from after Lad has been improving to a better side, or containing a message with a moral value, not being so provocative. Okay, that's all I got for the editorial comic arts, on my opinion of editorial comic arts in the era of post-independence. That's all for me. Thank you.